9 people meeting us at Ted Cruz's Clark County, Nevada headquarters, including the man holding a Cruz fundraiser at his home tonight.
You're all supporting Ted Cruz for president.
Yes.
How many of you have been supporting him the whole way from the beginning of the campaign? So 7 of the 9 of you have been with Cruz from the beginning. You, Rod, who are hosting the fundraiser for Cruz, who did you support in the beginning?
Trump.
And what changed?
What changed was he's basically saying the same things now that he said when he opened up Make America Great. A lot of things have to be done to make America great, and he's not really saying what they are.
And you think Cruz is?
I think Cruz is a man of conviction. He's got priorities, and he can make America change.
Nationally, there is much conversation about Cruz's likability.
He's very much like Ronald Reagan, and he knows how to work with other people. But you're talking about the U.S. Senate in this moment. A lot of those people you didn't want to get along with.
Does it trouble any of you, though, that Ted Cruz, even a lot of Republicans say they have a tough time getting along with?
I think they're not getting along with his principles. He's standing on conservative principles in a bold manner, and he's not going to move to what he calls the mushy middle.
Do you think Ted Cruz can get along with Democrats?
Yes, absolutely.
Why do you think that?
Yes.
Because he's a good person.
You want to get a point across, you better have your courage of conviction. That's what this man has. I'm not offended by his.
What about you?
I just personally think that Cruz isn't worried about pleasing everyone necessarily, and he would rather stick to his own values and what he believes in and push for conservative principles than have to go into the middle and compromise what he believes in to please everyone, to get along with everyone.
And how do you feel about this?
I think bipartisanship is overrated. That's not what we send politicians to Washington to do.
I hear that.
How important are Cruz's religious beliefs to you as voters?
Very.
Is that one of the reasons you're supporting?
Well,
No.
No.
No, it's part of the package, yeah.
He does what he says, and it's a proven package, and that's part of it.
So you don't think he's just the evangelical candidate? You're supporting him for other reasons?
No.
I see him as a constitutional candidate.
Yes.
And these people believe he's the toughest candidate and feel it's no coincidence his poll numbers are going up in the days since San Bernardino.
When he talks about his, quote, carpet bombing ISIS, do y'all go for that?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, you think that'll work?
I think he also says on the front end of that, he's going to listen to his generals.
We're in Nevada. So what do you think the odds are, being in Nevada, that Ted Cruz will become president? Real quick, let me hear some numbers.
50-50.
Yeah, I'm going to say 50-50.
Well, it's way too early to say, but
I think
it's
so.
going to be strong.
It's Nevada. They put odds on everything right away.
I think 100%.